Objectification. We regard you as objects. We consider you as appliances which are there to serve one function, to cater to our prime aims. Remember, lesser and mid-range narcissists are unaware of this. Greater narcissists and the ultra are aware of this. The world must revolve around us. We are the centres of your universes. We must have this as a constant. By ensuring that the world revolves around us, we are then able to assert the control that is necessary and to receive the fuel which enables us to exist. We receive the traits and the additional benefits which we deem necessary and to which we regard ourselves as entitled. In order for those things to happen and in order for them to continue, we require total control. If, for instance, I wanted to boil some water, I place the water in the kettle. I press the switch and the kettle performs its function until the water has boiled and then automatically switches off. If I want more boiling water at a later time, I repeat the process. The kettle will always function for me. I press the button. It responds. It boils the water. It does exactly what I want. It doesn't challenge me. It does not refuse to boil the water. It does not begin to boil the water and then partway through stop and switch off. It doesn't make the water colder. It does not turn the water brown. It functions. Of course, over time, the kettle may develop a fault. It no longer functions as I want it to. It is a simple matter. I either repair the kettle or, more likely, I get rid of it and replace it with a newer, shinier model, which functions as I require and demand. Your role is to function for us. You are to provide us with fuel. You are to do things for us. We expect that this should happen when we demand, at our say-so, without hesitation, objection, or through part performance. We require optimum performance and response. To achieve this, we dehumanize you and reduce you to the status of an object in order for this to happen. We must also objectify you because in our world, nothing exists outside of us. There is a type of empath, the contagion empath, that, to put it simply, feels in tune with the world and its energy. The empath is, if you will, plugged into the world, and therefore apparently feels shifts in energy, both good and bad. They are especially attuned to everything around them, and therefore they feel on a higher level. I, of course, don't equate to this, as obviously I am no empath, but this is what has been described to me by those who experience it. It has also been remarked to me that my kind and your kind are at opposite ends of the same spectrum. I see the force in such a proposition. Whereas there are those that feel attuned to their environment and that they are part of that environment, I, on the other hand, regard the environment as part of me. I must shape the environment, control it, dominate it. It must be subjugated to my needs. That is why we and I are obsessed with the notion of control. This is why each and every situation that we find ourselves in, the situation must comply with what we require. You are also part of the environment, and it follows, therefore, that you must form part of me. This is why we fail to see you as separate and distinct individuals. You are extensions of us. You are objects which are plugged into us and assimilated into us. You are there to serve us. I am there to control you. In order for this state of affairs to be created, it is necessary for you to be seen as an object. If I regarded you as an independent individual, possessing your own desires, thoughts and actions, this would cause me considerable concern. It would be repeatedly problematic that you might do your own thing, and therefore you would fail to provide me with what I need to thrive and survive. Accordingly, my kind and I reduce you to the status of an object in order to remove this sense of independence and, This in turn removes the fear of you failing to malfunction. This is why when you challenge us in some way, or you assert your own independence and identity, we react. Not only are you challenging us by suggesting we do not have you under control, and thus igniting our fury, you're also attempting to assert that you are not actually an object, and this thus threatens our environment and our control. Such a threat results in a severe response on our part in order to get you back into line, to remove your independence, to quash the rebellion, to erode your sense of separation, and assimilate you back into our function and control. Your objectification is a necessary device to enable us to assert control over you, and also over our environment, so that our needs are met and our existence is preserved. Since we regard you as part of us, if you try to break away from us, it is as if our hand is being severed from us. In order to assimilate you, we must erode any sense of independence you may have. This is why our various manipulations are inherently designed to wear you down, so that you no longer have the energy to rail against us. This is why our various machinations are inherently designed to condition you to act in the same way, over and over again, just like a machine, so that you become reliable and predictable. We accordingly make your world chaotic, so that we, ironically, become the only item of stability. Our behavior invariably appears random and arbitrary, but we remain there, a constant in your life, and this forces you to cling to us, and in our minds, this then causes you to be subsumed within us. By generating an unstable environment around you, we want you to move into the stability that we apparently represent by being this constant. Our inability to empathize is also crucial in your objectification. Since we feel no need to care or exhibit compassion, this also makes it far easier for us to regard you as an object and thus fulfill the requirements that I've described earlier. We feel nothing towards you in terms of caring for you. If you don't function, we will hate you. We will feel fury towards you, frustration and jealousy that you might be functioning for another, but not us. For example, giving your emotional attention, fuel, to somebody other than us, even though that person doesn't even need your fuel. That doesn't matter to us. The fact is, we demand it. Our feelings towards you, since we objectify you, are akin to the annoyance that a car will not start. Envy that our neighbour's lawnmower is more effective than ours. Hatred towards the drill that doesn't drill straight. Our reactions to these objects for not functioning are exactly the same as they are towards you when you fail to do what we want, and this in turn continues to increase the sense of objectifying you. Our objectification view is brought about through several mechanisms. As I've explained earlier, if the kettle stops working, I remove it and get a new one. Thus, you are treated as dispensable, and if you stop providing me with fuel, I will disengage from you and replace you. I seek total control over you, in order to deny you the ability to make your own decisions. Not only will I tell you what to say and do, I expect you to always comply with what I want, even though I don't even tell you at times, placing my needs above your own. By denying you this independence of decision-making, I further objectify you. And since I exhibit no concern for your feelings, this is a considerably dehumanizing action, which increases your objectification. Owing to my massive sense of entitlement, I treat you as I see fit. Just like a plate, I may wash the plate, polish the plate, smash the plate, scrawl on the paint, and so on and so forth. I do what I want to the plate because I own it, and it's mine to do with as I see fit. I maintain the belief that I own you, and thus I can do to you as I see fit. I have no regard for how you feel about the way I treat you, and this, allied with my ownership of you, further objectifies you. I consider you as a tool which has been supplied to serve my purposes. You provide me with fuel, you provide me with money, you make me dinner, you provide sexual gratification, you do my laundry, you look after the children, and so forth. This is expected, and again, by treating you as an instrument in this fashion, your objectification continues. All of these various ways of regarding you and treating you combine to have us regard you as an object, but also to have you feel objectified. It is a two-way process. Not only do we see you as an object, we have to make you feel like an object, because then you are more likely to function in the manner which we require. Objectifying you serves a considerable purpose for us in ensuring that you provide us with what we need. You remain under our control and function accordingly. It's also very useful as a means of provoking fuel from you, because you'll be angry, irritated, upset at being treated this way, and having your sense of identity violated. Furthermore, it enables us to erode your self-esteem, because we all seek validation of what we are from other people. Indeed, my very existence relies on this, and therefore, if we invalidate you by treating you as an object, we remove your self-esteem. We start to crush you, which further means you are less likely to escape and evade our control. The need to objectify you is crucial to our existence. We deploy various methods of bringing about this objectification. We see you as objects. We have to see you as objects. And we treat you as objects. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.